In this video, we're diving into how to transfer a domain to Bluehost without breaking your site or losing sleep over the process. What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric Hunziker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you build your first website and manage the technical pieces with confidence. By the end of this guide, you'll know why transferring your domain can simplify your life, how to prepare your domain for a transfer, and the exact steps to move your domain to Bluehost while keeping your website online and your emails flowing. The benefits of managing everything in one place. Transferring your domain to Bluehost means you can manage your hosting, domain registration, DNS, and billing all under one roof. This reduces the chance of missed renewal notices or outdated credit cards at your old registrar. It also lets you take advantage of Bluehost's free domain renewal for the first year and integrated security features like domain privacy and SSL certificates, avoiding downtime during a transfer. Domain transfers can be scary because you don't want visitors to see error pages while your domain switches hands. The good news is that when done correctly, your site remains live the entire time. The key is to update your name servers to point to your active hosting before you initiate the transfer. Name servers direct traffic to the right servers. They already point to Bluehost or wherever your site is hosted. Visitors will continue to reach your site even while the domain's registration is switching. Section 1, preparing your domain for transfer. So transferring a domain isn't something you can just do spontaneously. It requires a bit of prep to meet ICANN's rules and make sure the transfer goes smoothly. Check domain eligibility and timing. Now, before you can move a domain, ICANN requires that it be at least 60 days old and not transferred within the last 60 days. Most registrars also won't allow a domain to be transferred within 15 days of renewal. So look up your domain's expiration date and make sure there's plenty of time on the clock, ideally more than 2 weeks. If your domain is about to expire, consider renewing it at your current registrar first, then initiate the transfer. The transfer will automatically add another year to your expiration date. Verify and update your WHOIS contact information. Your domain's WHOIS information is used to send authorization codes and transfer approvals. So log into your current registrar and check that your administrative email address is active and not tied to the domain you're transferring. Use a permanent email that won't break during the move. Disable domain privacy. Many registrars include privacy protection that hides your personal details in WHOIS records. During a transfer, this needs to be turned off so Bluehost can validate ownership. Find the privacy or WHOIS guard setting and disable it temporarily. Now, don't worry, once the transfer finishes, you can enable Bluehost's own privacy protection. Unlock your domain and get the EPP code. So domains are typically locked to prevent unauthorized transfers. So locate the setting to unlock your domain in your current registrar's control panel. Once unlocked, request the EPP code, also called an authorization code. This code is a unique string of letters and numbers. It authorizes Bluehost to take over management of your domain. Keep this code handy. It'll be needed during the transfer process. Take a full backup of your website. Now, although transferring a domain doesn't move your files or databases, it's smart to back up your website before making any big changes. So if you're using WordPress, you can use a plugin to download your files and database. For static sites, compress your public_HTML folder and download the archive. Section 2, changing name servers to avoid downtime. One of the biggest secrets to transferring your domain without breaking your site is to change your name servers before you begin. Find your current hosting name servers. So log in to your Bluehost hosting account and locate your name server address. It usually looks something like ns1.bluehost.com and ns2.bluehost.com. If you're hosted somewhere else, get the name servers from that host. These values will be entered at your current domain registrar. Update name servers at your current registrar. So now we'll go back to your current registrar's control panel. We'll find the option to manage DNS or name servers. Replace the existing name server entries with the ones from Bluehost. Save your changes. DNS propagation can take up to 24 hours, but your site should remain live because it's already pointing to the correct server. Verify DNS propagation. Use tools like What's My DNS or just dig to check if the name server changes have propagated globally. Look for consistent results across multiple geographic locations. Once the new name servers show up everywhere, you're ready to initiate the domain transfer without risking downtime. Section 3, initiating the transfer at Bluehost. So inside of Bluehost, we'll come over here to the left-hand side. We'll go to domains, and up here we can go to add a domain. And this is what we want to do, is transfer in a domain to bluehost.com. So you go ahead and click on that and enter in your domain name. So this page lets you move an external domain into your Bluehost account. Enter your domain and start the transfer. So in the transfer form, type in the domain name that you want to transfer without the www. Bluehost will check that the domain is eligible. If everything looks good, it'll prompt you to continue. Enter the EPP code and configure settings. Bluehost will ask for the EPP code you obtained earlier. Enter it in carefully. You can also choose to enable domain privacy during this setup, which hides your contact information in public WHOIS records. Review your contact details to make sure that they're correct. Pay the transfer fee. Domain transfers usually cost the same as a 1-year renewal. In this example right here, it looks like it's $12.99 and it's non-refundable, and that's coming from Bluehost. Bluehost applies your existing time and adds an extra year to your registration. Enter your payment information and confirm. Within minutes, you'll receive a confirmation email at the address listed in your WHOIS data. Approve the transfer via email. Next, go check your inbox for an email from your current registrar or from Bluehost. This email contains a link or instructions to approve the transfer. Just follow the prompts, and once approved, the transfer begins. The process typically takes up to 5 days, but often finishes sooner. You don't need to do anything else during this time period. Section 4, monitoring the transfer and finishing up. Now, while waiting, you should monitor the transfer status and ensure that your site stays online. Keep an eye on your site. Visit your website periodically to make sure it's still accessible. Because you changed name servers ahead of time, there should be no downtime. If you see any issues, double check your backup and DNS settings. Watch the transfer status in Bluehost. In your Bluehost account, go to the domain section and click transfer. You'll see the status of your pending domain transfer. Once the transfer is complete, the domain will appear in your domain list. Bluehost will send a final confirmation email when it's finished. Update DNS records if needed. After the transfer completes, you can manage DNS directly from your Bluehost account. If you moved hosting to Bluehost as well, your name servers are already correct. If you're hosting elsewhere, update the DNS records, the A, the CNAME, and MX records inside Bluehost to match your host. This ensures email and subdomains continue functioning correctly. Section 5, troubleshooting and FAQs. Now, even with careful planning, issues can arise. So here are some common problems and how to solve them. Transfer stuck at 0%. So if your transfer seems to hang at 0%, then make sure you've unlocked the domain, disabled privacy, and entered the correct EPP code. Double check that the email approval was completed. Sometimes a hold on your credit card can delay the payment. Contact Bluehost support to verify that there are no holds. Domain expired during transfer. Transfers cannot proceed if the domain expires mid-process. So renew the domain at your current registrar before transferring. Renewing doesn't prevent transferring. You'll still add an extra year once the transfer completes. Name server changes not propagating. DNS changes can take time. If 24 hours have passed and your site still points to the old host, double check the name server value and ensure that you saved your changes. Some registrars require you to verify changes via email. Keep refreshing propagation checkers to confirm. Transfer denied due to a 60-day rule. If you recently registered or transferred your domain, you must wait 60 days before moving it again. So use this time to plan your migration, update your site, and gather your codes. Conclusion: a smooth move with no surprises. So transferring a domain to Bluehost isn't as daunting as it might seem. But by preparing your domain, updating contact information, disabling privacy and unlocking it, changing your name servers ahead of time, and following Bluehost's transfer wizard, you can move your domain without any downtime. Remember to keep backups of your site, use a stable email address for confirmations, and monitor the process through all the way to completion. Once everything's finished, you'll have the convenience of managing your hosting and domain in one place and can focus on what matters most, building your online presence. Now, if you want to get started with Bluehost, we've got a link for you down in the description below. That'll bring you to this page right here where you can go ahead and click on Get Started Now to choose from one of their 3 most popular hosting plans. So they've got the starter plan at $379 per month for a 36-month term, the business plan at $6.79 per month for a 36-month term, and the e-commerce essential at $14.79 per month for a 36-month term. Now, I'm not going to go through all the details of this. You can go ahead and pause the screen right now to see some of the differences on here. But if you want to get the best pricing possible, then be sure to use the link down below in the description. Now, this is an affiliate link, which means that we may earn a small commission when you use it at no extra cost to you. And it's these commissions that really help support the channel and allows us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using it, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on the channel, we make videos on how to create websites, explore different website builders, discuss domain names, and so much more, so be sure and subscribe. But other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.